Hey, 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 good afternoon and welcome back to another Reality Skewed Gamers lunch stream. I'm Ranger J 1999. Glad to have you guys here. If you're wondering what the lunch stream is, well, that's where we just hang out with you good folks for the next hour or so and bring you something to listen to during your workday, whether you're listening to us live or later on. Doesn't matter, we'll just bring you some quality entertainment to get to and listen to as the doldrums of your workday continue. It's another manic Monday, but not to worry, RSG's here to make you have something to smile about. We'll do a roster review. We'll answer your questions. If you do have questions, go ahead and get those submitted. We ask you to put the word question in front of your statement so we know that it is a question, because sometimes it can be a little hard to tricky to figure those out. That being said, we got a great group of guys hanging out with us today. Let's go ahead and introduce them. No Stanley today or Grande or some of the other folks, but we do have some of the RSG crew here. We've got Dr. Finn Medicine Woman here.
Good afternoon.
We've got the Stoner Jedi himself, Xylo.
What's up, guys?
We also have Grim the Mechanic.
How's it going?
And of course, last but not least, we have the one and only Mike Hunt.
Good afternoon.
That's right. Who has gotten his tea, or has your tea been made yet?
Not yet. It will only get made if I make it.
Right. Well, we understand this. This is this is nothing new to us. All right. So go ahead and get your questions in. Let's knock out the mechanisms. Please, if you haven't already, hit the thumbs up. Helps with the video content, getting it out there to the general YouTube public. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. If you like the content and you like to be notified when we are streaming, we are doing a lot of streams and a lot of different streams for different games. Star Wars Galaxy Heroes being the main one and one of many. Then the best way to know about when they're coming up and everything is just to be able to subscribe. It does help us out tremendously to be able to keep putting out the content out there. If you haven't checked out our Patreon already, please do. You can see it here. I've got it up. Our Patreon page is set up. You can see the different levels of Patreon that you can do from $5 to $25. We are almost at our goal. You can see here we're 269 out of 300 for our first goal. So if you would like to support us and enjoy the content that we're putting out, then please check out the page and see if you'd be interested in becoming a Patreon. Lots of good stuff that comes to being a Patreon, and you can go through and read all that when you get to the site. All right, that being said, let's see here. We've got some... we got a roster review today, and today we are doing Darth Rada, 1972, who is in Planet Morband. And Dr. Finn, what are they looking for?
Why don't we just ask Darth Rada himself?
Okay, well then, why didn't you tell me that he was going to be in the channel?
Because you were talking the entire time, and
well,
I just thought I was
don't tell me ahead of time or type anything or let me know that this is going to happen. Such a butthole.
I need to keep you on your toes.
No, that's wrong. Hi, Darth Rada.
Hey, how are you guys today?
We're doing good. I need you to give me a minute while I beat the crap out of Finn for surprising me with this.
Surprise!
There will be a reckoning. All right, so Darth Rada, what can we help you with today, my friend? What are you looking for? Let's go one at a time. Let's pick a subject and we'll just start going through each one. So what's the first thing you want us to look at?
Well, the first thing I kind of want somebody to look at is my bounty hunters for phase 2 of this Heroic Sith Triumphant raid. I'm just not getting the damage that I'd like to out of them. I'm not so much worried about Arena because I'm 3 raids away from unlocking Treya. Nice. And I've got like 30 Zeta mats saved and a whole bunch of gear. And so I'm going to switch my Arena to my Sith once I get Treya unlocked. And then just kind of looking at overall, like just my Sith in general, just areas I could probably improve in there.
All right, so we're looking at your bounty hunters. You have the Zed on Boss, 7-star gear 12. Actually, the first 5 bounty hunters I'm looking at are gear 12. Cad Bane, 7-star gear 9. Embo, 4-star gear 10. Zim, 6-star gear 7. And then the newer guys. Hey, we just got $2 from Paul Morgan. He said RSG is game changing. Well, thank you for that, Paul Morgan. When you say you're having difficulty, you have 5 Gear 12 bounty hunters, what's happening in the raid when you're in phase 2 that you're not getting the damage? I mean, what damage are you getting, and what are you trying to shoot for?
I'm getting probably about 500 to 600,000 in phase 2, and I'd like to get at least over a million. I think it's a mod issue. I did create mod loadouts for each phase, so I don't know if I just need to swap like my resistance mods to my bounty hunters when I start phase 2, or if I just have my bounty hunters totally modded incorrectly that they're not doing the maximum damage possible.
Finn, guys, you guys want to look at the mods real quick?
Surprise!
What do you mean? What is that answer?
Still trying to surprise you.
That point is gone, Finn. Live in the now.
Were you surprised that I said surprise?
No, I'm pissed off. Now let's get into the mods.
But I was surprising you.
Finn. All right,
What?
Grim, can you look at the mods, please, since Finn is mentally damaged? Or Mike, what do you do for these bounty hunter team?
His mods are, I mean, so looking at his mods in general, I'll look at the individual bounty hunters in a second. His mods overall, you're doing a good job on focusing on them. You're focused heavily on Jedi training Rey right now because she's your arena, so that's the right thing to do if she's your arena team. But looking at like each kind of individual one, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. The only question I have for you is, like, in terms of tiering your characters and focusing on mods, how high a priority are the bounty hunters?
Well, I mean, I don't think that they're a super high priority. I kind of like them, and I just kind of went all in to get them to Gear 12 because Bosk was a very long grind that I just like to see. You know, they're not viable in arena. They're good in territory wars. I just like to see if I can beef them up to help me with the raid a little bit more, and help me with the with territory wars in particular too. I mean, I'm taking around 14th or 15th in the guild in the heroic raid right now, so I'd really like to try to, continue that where I'm at.
Whose leader are you using when you're running bounty hunters?
I'm using Boba.
Okay.
Because I just don't think that Bosk as a lead gets as much damage.
No, it does not. It's a survivability defensive build.
But
have you got the option to run the Boba lead with Wampa?
See, that's the thing.
I don't have Wampa yet.
See, the pure bounty hunter team
doesn't yield that much.
It just doesn't. I mean, you can change your mods around on this all you want, but there's a reason why certain teams exist. I mean, 500,000's okay damage, right? But really, if you're gonna go Bubba Lee, then you're gonna use different characters. The bounty hunters themselves in the raid just don't generate enough damage, to get those scores that you're looking for.
Okay.
Well, I'll say they can, right? But there's always that little bit of a deceptive thing you have to be careful about, which is that a lot of times when you see those videos, it's like the bounty hunters doing like 1.5 and 2 million damage and all of that, right? Most of the time, they're super, super maxed out. And that includes like their mods and stuff. And if you have them all maxed out, you can maybe do that. But that's part of the reason why I was asking like how focused you are on bounty hunters, because I really don't want to suggest that every time you do the raid, you move around mods. Like that's gonna get really, really pricey.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's just,
you would be running Boba lead. You have the right team. I mean, it's Boba, Dengar, Boss, Burrito, and IG-88, and you can get a over 1 million damage team. The only thing is, it requires a lot of mod focus. And just looking at your Bosk, for example, right? You have him with full health sets, which is fine. But then looking at speeds, like you have a 5-speed triangle, you have a 4-speed cross, and I mean those are fine if he's not your first priority. But if you're trying to get that 1 million damage or that 1.5 or even 2 million damage with the bounty hunters, you're going to need to remod these. And but personally, I don't think it's worth it.
No,
Okay.
not for bounty hunters. I mean, there's better teams, and looking at your roster, you could definitely be running, but they get you just a much higher score in Phase 2. You know, we talk about them all the time in the lunch stream and other places that you can run. You know, whether it's General Kenobi lead or Boba Fett lead, but there's other characters you want in there that will maximize your damage that you could be running that would give you a much higher score, an easier way to do it.
You could 7-star Django. That will give you a plus 30 speed.
No,
and take care of that.
let's not do that.
No?
No, god dang it, Mike. Let's.
It's an option.
Yeah, you know, Darth Rodder,
Well,
you got
Mike,
$400
yeah,
sitting around. Why don't
$300
you invest that in Jango Fett? Why don't you just do that, Darth Rodder?
Well, aside from the mods, though, like, do you have both Zetas on Bosk or just the lead?
I just have the lead right now. And you guys are kind of confirming what I was thinking, that, you know, when I watch those videos a lot of times, you know, they're great videos and everything, but they're using God mods and God accounts, and I don't have God mods. So,
Right.
So it's nice to know that I'm kind of right where I should be with them. I am doing well with Sith in Phase 2 because I'm getting well over like 1.2 or 1.3.
Oh,
so
sure,
I'm doing pretty good there.
Well, if you can do Sith and then do another team like your Kenobi team or something along those lines with Wampa, Hermit Yoda, things of that nature, then that'll really help you out overall with your score in the Sith raid. And I'd kind of get away from the bounty hunters. I mean, if you want to use a Boba Fett lead with that team, you know, for a Phase 2 team, yeah, but the bounty hunters themselves, just, you know, unless you... Again, you make the point. You know, not all of most people do not have God mods or all the Gear 12 pieces on there, and it makes a big difference. You know, with your score. But I would say that's where you kind of need to lend your focus more on, right? Your bounty hunters look fantastic. They're awesome. You've done a fantastic job with them, and I know how much they suck to gear because I'm doing them right now. That's a buttload of Corbantes and stun cuts.
Yeah,
It should be against the law for there to be that many Corbantes and stun cuts required for 2 characters. And by 2 characters, I mean Dengar and Greedo. Holy abomination, Batman. That is just criminally wrong. So, but yeah, I mean, they're a great team for territory wars, you know, dark side territory battles. Leave them as they are for that. You're fine there, but focus on the teams that you know that you can get credibly good, really high marks for Phase 2. Sith is one. You can do the Kenobi, you know, team. There are teams that you can use and get really good scores with. I wouldn't focus so much on the bounty hunters.
Okay.
So that's step 1. Step 2, you want us to look at your Sith. So let's look at your Sith and see where you're standing right now. I have a feeling you're going to be fine, but let's just look at them anyway. And you are. Oh, goody. So who are you looking to run with the Sith when you finally do get Trey unlocked? I'm assuming Nihilus and Scion are going in the team, but who else are you looking to run?
With Traya, I'm thinking of Emperor, Traya, Nihilus, Scion, and I was thinking Thrawn.
You can run that team. You can go Enfys Nest instead of Thrawn in that team. It's a really good team. Oh, we just got some more money. Let me look here. We got something from Camille Buhalski who says, "Can you tell my girlfriend Anastasia to stop playing Sims?" Well,
Are you asking us to die?
I mean, I'm not scared about that.
You never come between a woman and her Sims.
Yeah, I'm not going to. Oh boy.
Yeah, don't mind that.
Exactly. You never come between a woman and her Sims. What you do is you take that opportunity for you to play another game. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, he says she's hogging or whatever, and he can't get in there. I mean, there's a whole thing. There's more to this story than
actually what you do is you take that and use it to your advantage. Whatever she's doing in The Sims, you make happen in real life.
That's right.
And then she will love you forever.
Brown chicken, brown cow. Okay.
Oh, I see what you did there, then. Okay, very nice. So your Sith looked fantastic. You got Zetas on Scion and Emperor Palpatine. You have your Trey unlocked. Few ways you can go. You can finish your Sith Trooper to get him to Gear 12. Use him with the Triumvirate and Thrawn. You can go Traya, Palpatine, Scion, Nihilus, and Enfys. And I've seen people using actually Emperor Palpatine lead on that somewhat. You could go Triumvirate with Thrawn and Palpatine, it gives you a lot of ways to go. So whatever you want to do, but you've got the key components. You'll have your Traya. She'll be 5-star, but that doesn't matter because she's disgusting even at 5 stars. Just get those 2 Zetas on her, and you'll be ready to rock and roll. So you've got the flexibility to go whichever direction you want. So I think you're set up perfectly for your Sith team, bud. So in three raids, it's going to be a whole new world for you, my friend.
Because I'm taking like 1st or 2nd in fleet every day, and I just want to climb in. My next goal is to climb an arena.
Yeah, you won't have any problems with Traya and the tin strap. Trust me, you'll be like, this is fun. This is super duper fun. And when there is some mechanics to work in the Traya team when you face different other types of Traya teams. So if you get a little stuck on that, just send us a message and we'll break it down for you, right?
Sure.
There's an attack order. There's a certain way you want to manipulate the other team so you can beat them, right? So, I mean, I'm sure there's lots of videos out there, but yeah, but when you start playing Traya, there's in that team, you just do certain things in certain orders depending on what the other team does, and then you can easily beat every team you fight. So,
fun squad I'm running at the moment: Traya lead with Triumvirate with Nest and Thrawn.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so good on defense,
no,
but it's a lot of fun on offense.
Oh, and it can be good on defense, depending on your mods compared to them. Because if your team goes first on defense, you're going to really lay some pain on them before they can even go. And, so, yeah, it's a pain in the ass team. All right, so we've done your Sith, we've done your Bounty Hunters. What else do you want us to look at there, Darth Rada?
The only other question that I have is I'm at a point to where I need to get some better mods, and I'm finding since the mod 2.0 that I'm just getting bunches and bunches of just gray mods when I farm. And so what I'm kind of doing is I'm doing like an every other day. So I'm slicing a day, then the next day I'm farming, then the next day I'm slicing, etc., and so on. I don't know whether I should keep doing that because it seems the mods I'm farming are just garbage. Or if I should just completely focus on slicing all my mods to gold first. And I am looking like when there's a good mod in the mod store, I'm buying it. I'm saving my credits to buy it.
But
so just kind of
what do you mean good mod? Like a gold mod, something like that?
Well, yeah, exactly. Like if there's for example, like when you're running Chex Mix, if there's a critical damage cross with critical damage as the primary, I'm waiting. And it's 5 dot. I'm going to get that because I know that that's going to help me. If I'm looking at mods with speed, I obviously need speed because speed in the arena is the important thing.
Well, so here's what I would recommend: until you get your mods sliced, right? Focus on slicing your mods to 5A. See how many you get that speed upgrade before you start going into mods again, because you don't know. Until you can get a good gauge of like where your mods are once you get them sliced, then there are the one-offs, right? If you see a crit damage gold triangle with 5 speed, hell, I'd buy that. I would say that if you have enough mods that your characters all have at least, even if they're gray, 5 dot mods, like for your crews and stuff like that, then really I'd sell that crap. Other than maybe those rare ones like crosses and triangles, because those are a lot harder to get, right? Or those arrows, even if they're gray, 30 speed is 30 speed. But the other ones like your diamonds, your circles, your squares, unless there's a gold mod there or a purple mod that has speed, something along those lines that you can get something value out of it, I would say stop farming mods and just go slicing all the way. If you have a buttload of mods and they're just sitting in your inventory, then sell them. Sell your gray mods. Sell your other than the ones we mentioned. Sell your green mods. Maybe blue if it's there, but since they changed green mods, I've sold all mine pretty much. I've got some more to sell, but it's like I don't even farm mods now. And the only time I get mods now is from events, or if I see a mod in the mod store, I'm like, yeah, triangle, crit damage, 5 speed. I'm getting that.
Are you using the mod filters?
Yes, I am.
So one of the things that can be that can be very fruitful is to set the filters, set them purely on the greens first of all, and then set them with speed, and then look at all your green mods with speed. Because we originally thought that greens were worthless, greens and blues were worthless. That's not the case. Greens actually can be your most valuable mods. Because if it shows speed and it turns once, it's still got 3 more potential turns to go.
Correct.
I've had a green go to 17 now. It's now purple, so I've still got another go at it.
Okay.
So, and they're the cheapest ones to slice. So my recommendation would be, as Ranger's already said, sell the greys, all the greys that are absolutely useless. Well, not useless, but you can't find a purpose for them other than maybe deploying them.
Wait, hold on. You can't say that greens are good now and then say grays are not. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. Because they all have the exact same chance of leveling up their secondaries. Right. And in fact, getting a gray to go to green is super cheap. It's only like 10 mats.
Okay, so
that's why you don't do anything with greens and you don't do anything with grays, because they cost too much. You waste too much energy getting slicing materials. I don't know why so many people are hopping on this green bandwagon. If it's an old green one that you had 100% chance, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to level up your green mods
grays,
and you have a chance of getting it, that's fine. But realize you have to slice 3 times. Each time you slice it needs credits. You waste all that thing. Just because you have a chance of getting 4 rolls on it doesn't mean it's worth it.
Credit income, like what
you're breaking up there, Zyla.
I think he was saying it depends on your credit income, which is true if you have a lot of credits, but then you need to waste all of your mod energy in terms of farming the slicing mats.
But you're never wasting getting the slicing mats, are you? Because to slice the mods, you need the mats.
You are wasting it if you have to slice it 4 times when instead you could just get a blue or a purple and slice it 2 or 1.
Well, I'm saying green to blue, and if they turn there, then happy days, because you're into double-digit speed.
But what if you don't get it, and then you would get it if you went from blue to green and green to gold? You would have gotten both of those. But now you stopped.
True, but gold is, yeah.
I mean, there's
like you can't stop in the middle. This is why I've been saying from the beginning, like you can if you have like this whole like huge amount of resources. If you have this crazy amount of mod slicing mats, right? Go for it. You can go and slice up the materials if you want to. But it's a waste. You're better off using your credits in order to get blues at worst and purples and just rolling up on credits. If you're at the point where you've already gone up on your purples and on your and they're all gold, and if you've already done your blues and taken them up to gold, and if you have your old greens, the ones that get the guaranteed rolls, and so you have at least 2 on them in terms of that little number in parentheses, and you want to take those up, that's fine. But the potential of every single mod now is exactly the same. And you have to look at what the cost is. Gold is the cheapest because all you need is credits. Purple is a little same number of credits as a gold plus the slicing in order to get from purple to gold. That's it. Blue now requires the same credits plus blue to purple and purple to gold. Green is the same potential, but now you need green to blue and blue to purple and purple to gold. And gray needs gray to green and green to blue and blue to purple and purple to gold. How many times are you going to use your mod energy in order to level up that mod? When instead you could just spend your credits and see if you can still hit that 2 times or 3 times on one of the other ones.
Anyways, back to the roster review.
Well, no, this goes to what he was saying about his mods.
Down
so
a lot.
Well, no, it's relevant. Well, Darth Rada can tell us if it's relevant or not, but he was talking about how he should farm mods and everything, right? Farming mods gets you a bunch of grays and greens and stuff, and they don't really amount to much.
Right.
You have to use a lot of mod energy in order to get those up.
Yeah, and I'm saying for him, what he should do is stop farming mods, right?
Mm-hmm.
focus on your higher level mods with mod energy, right? You can always go back to farming mods later on, but if you have enough mods for your main sources of most of your characters, and now you're just trying to see what you can get, start with all those, mods that you can try to see if you can get a slice on the speed, right? Purples especially, right? Blues and purples, because then you get those, you can look at the mod and be like, aha! And then that changes, because if they do hit and you get over 20 speed on some of those, that changes a little bit of your thinking about, okay, this can go in my arena team, now I can move this mod over to this character for this team. Mm-hmm. So it gives you a better overall idea of what you've got and what you're missing. Because mod slicing, you start with your arena team, right? And then you slice, because those are going to have your best speed mods and things of that nature. You slice all those up to gold, and if you get hits on those, awesome. Then you start working on, what I do is, I've pretty much done that for most of my arena teams, so now I went to, what are all the mods that are speed secondary that are really high? And then I've been slicing those from the top down, and then seeing what the results of those are. And if I do happen to get a mod better than the one I have on my arena team from that slicing, then I'm like, aha! I can move some mods around. This is kind of what you need to focus on with the mod slicing. Now, I have an astronomical ton of mods, but I'm not worried about that right now because I have an astronomical ton of mods. And if you have a ton of mods, go slicing all in first. Get your mods, see what speeds you get. And then as you start working your way down, you start seeing, okay, I have teams that I need this and this. Then you can go into maybe start farming mods and buying mods and trying to, add those additional pieces to the other teams and try to keep improving your overall mod collection. So my advice to you, Darth Rada, you can take it for whatever it's worth, is start slicing the hell out of all your mods. Then you can go back and start farming mods and stuff like that, and then start seeing what you have, what you don't have. Because if you use all your energy and stuff on those high-end mods first and get all those knocked out, then if you do, you want to collect some of that lower material, especially if you have a mod that rolls, then maybe you can go back and do that. But I would stop doing that.
There's also the other aspect, right?
Babe,
How are
I'm
you
walking
doing
around
in ships?
outside the.
What the hell is going on with Xylo?
How are you doing in ships, Darth Rada?
I'm in a ship shard, so I'm taking either first or second every day.
Okay. So one other thing, and so you're in a good position. I don't know how everyone listening is also, but here's another thing to consider as well. Going up to 6E makes a big difference in fleet because you get that extra speed, and that extra speed can really make a difference in the combat because your ships would go first. So not only are you looking at the characters and which mods to take up, right, and you're slicing those, you can then, instead of trying to worry about greens and grays and potentially even blues, depending on how they rolled, you can also then start taking more mods up to 6E and giving your fleet an advantage. Because that extra ship bonus is going to be huge, especially in probably a couple months from now, and they've already happened on the more competitive arenas. But like the whalier ones, most of them are already like 6E'd all the way up on all of their pilots. But for the majority of people, you're probably going to see it within the next couple of months where people are going to have the 6E pilots, and that extra speed is going to make it so your capital ship is slower. Your TIE advance is slower, so you're not landing that target lock early, or your geos are slow, little slower, so they're getting all their massive attacks first, or whatever it is, right? So getting up to 6E, while it's not huge right now, is going to be a pretty big deal in probably about 2 months. So just another thing to consider there as well in terms of the importance of slicing. It's not necessarily just the slicing itself and the abilities or the stats on them. It's also, you have to remember the pilot aspect as well. And that's one of the places where it can have a major impact if you're not ready.
Okay. I've been trying to focus on right now slicing to getting my Sith all have gold mods.
That's the correct way to be going, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope, not at all. But I would focus all in on that right now. You don't.
Okay.
You focus on your arena, getting those mods sliced, trying to get the best mods you can. Make sure they're on your arena team, and then you can start filtering your mods down. And then I just go filter, speed, secondary. I look at the top one, and then I just start working my way down from those and say, okay, this is what speed is a 17? What color is it? Blue. Okay, let me slice and see what I get, right? Because those mods I've already rolled, right? So take care of all the mods you've already rolled that have speed, 10 or more, and see what you can get.
Okay, perfect. That makes sense. That was all I needed.
All right, so those are the three things. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay.
Did you say you haven't done the mod slicing yet? By the way, you mainly just been farming mods.
No, I've been slicing. What I've been doing is slicing every other day and farming every other day.
Okay. So I'm curious if your rate is similar to mine. So here's the other thing that this is part of the reason why I avoid green and grays. So I do 350 crystal refreshes of mod energy pretty much every day. And in total, I can get a total of about 1 1/4 full slices every day. Do you see that you're getting more slices, less slices? How are you doing?
I'm getting about, I would say, probably the same amount. I usually do the 3 refreshes a day, and then I get the bonus energy at the afternoon payout and then I'm slicing that. So I'm probably can slice maybe about 1 to 2 mods a day.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. That's a nice average.
Yeah. So I mean,
sorry to interrupt you guys, but look in the the bar where it says the www YouTube, and look at what it says at the very end. John Smith just pointed that out. Just look at it closely. The last 5 digits. 6 digits of the YouTube address. The watch VEHH.
What happened?
Oh my god.
What happened?
Our YouTube URL ends with FUCK-U. Oh my
Get
god.
out of here.
That
Some
might be
screenshot.
why. Holy crap. Oh my god. So I don't know if this is the reason, but Doja-san was in our Discord saying that it's saying our video is restricted, and he can't figure out why. It may very well be because of our URL.
But we didn't put that's YouTube randomly generates that.
Automatic stuff.
Ski's got it right. Yep.
Oh, that's horse crap, boy. Thing you need to message them and say you better knock it off because that was not us. Because when we create the URL, it's randomly generated. We have nothing to do with that whatsoever. What the hell? let me pull that up on just. I want to see this. That's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on.
No, it is not on purpose, John Smith. We have
no control over that whatsoever. Like when we create the event, it's randomly generated. You know what the URL will be. So that's nuts. Let's look at this.
Yeah, I'm sorry for interrupting you guys with that, but that.
I wonder what was going on. I was wondering. I saw some of this. I don't know what they're talking about.
Well, apparently that's why it's blocked for some people, I think, in their work.
Well, I'm trying to pull it up.
Oh my god.
It is!
Yeah.
Look at that!
Wow. That's... Well, alright then. Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Definitely taking a screenshot of that.
I don't know what else to, but
that is just magical.
Yes, it is.
And I'm doing it live on this so we can highlight this. YouTube, you are borking us out of crap by putting this. Maybe that's why some of our stuff. Oh my god.
Is that kind of like the best troll ever?
Right.
Quite possibly.
Yeah.
I mean what are the odds? Because it's random. The if you go back and look at all the YouTube
3,720.
Oh well, there you go. So, wow.
My God.
Wow. Okay, well that just happened.
Aren't you glad you joined us today, Dr. Rada?
I mean,
I'm thoroughly.
that.
Well, as
Wow.
long as it's not a connotation on my Ross
No,
review.
I had nothing to do with that. No, it had nothing to do with that. Oh my god.
I blame Finn.
Yeah, Finn take a screening of that and send that to YouTube. Like, really?
Seriously.
Wow.
I think this one deserves to be in the Hall of Fame right there.
Mhm.
Greatest YouTube URL ever.
Ever. Wow. All right. Well, Darth Vader, if you have more questions as we move forward, then you know where to find us and stuff, and you know where to ask questions. So we will be more glad to have you there.
Well, thank you guys very much for your time and your help today. I appreciate it.
It was our pleasure. So there you go. So, all right. So go ahead and get your questions in, guys. We will start answering questions. I think we can skip all
the weird news stuff.
Oh, God, I forgot about that crap. I don't want to do weird news stuff anymore, Finn. It's a pain in the ass.
Why?
Pain in the ass.
I posted them early for you and everything in admin's chat.
Oh, well, I don't pay attention. I had
I'll put them in
to do.
Skype.
No, I'm going to admin chat right now. We'll just pop them one at a time. So, let's do everything Finn wants to do. Yeah, I blame Finn for that too, Nathaniel Morgan. You're not wrong. Well, that's taking forever. So
I just put it in Skype,
Oh, okay.
so it's easier.
Alright, let's go to the first one. Discord is taking forever.
Yeah, I figured Discord might when you're streaming, so I was like, okay. Oh my god, I still...
Thank you, John Smith, for pointing that out.
Wow. Alright, what? Alright, so our first weird news story of the day is man climbs into elephant enclosure at Denmark Zoo. Well, I don't think we need to discuss this any further. I hope he got run over. A shocked visitor
Discuss
to a
the
zoo
elephant in the room.
Yeah, literally. A shocked visitor to a zoo in Denmark captured video of a man who climbed to the elephant enclosure, prompting an aggressive response from the animals. The video shows a man in the elephant enclosure at the Copenhagen Zoo on Thursday attempt to approach the elephants, leading the animals to form a protective barrier between him and a calf. Jeez. The elephants stamp aggressively as warning the man, who initially does not seem worried by their behavior. The pachyderms eventually chase the man out of the enclosure and he flees the air before he can be detained by zoo security. I mean...
You know what his fatal flaw was, right?
I'm afraid to find out, Finn.
He didn't bring his jacket.
Oh, jeez.
What?
You know, if I'm going to go into a area full of animals, there's a couple you might want to avoid. Lions, hippopotamuses, and definitely elephants, since they can just launch you in the air and use you as a rag doll.
Well, more importantly, don't start approaching their babies.
Yeah, right.
You know? Like, it's one thing just to go into the enclosure, but then you start approaching the calf, they're all gonna go nuts on you.
Right, they will
You ain't touching
defend
the baby.
Yeah, they will. Wow.
Just awful.
Yeah. So we'll go to the next one. Horse-drawn SUV turns head in Irish City. Oh, jeez. Let's look at this gem of news information. Surprised residents of an Irish neighborhood captured video of a horse pulling an unusual carriage. A modified SUV. Residents captured video clips this week in Bailey Fermont area of Dublin when a horse was spotted pulling the modified Pajero 4x4 through the city's streets. The SUV appears to have had its engine and doors removed and it is lifted on a wheeled platform. It was so funny and unexpected, and I've never seen anything like it, the filmer of one of the videos wrote. They were shouting to get attention to passing cars and people. They were either planning on using the car to sell for scrap value or like the new one-of-a-kind pimped-out horse wagon. They went around the corner, and I know I'll never see the likes of it again. So, if you have a crappy old... Look at that. Jeez. Oh, my God. Oh, God.
That is good drunken Irish ingenuity right
That's
there.
right. Alrighty then.
Hey, you can't be pulled over for a DUI like that, right? Because you're technically not driving the horses.
Yeah. I don't know how that works.
If your horse is trained to go straight back home, like you can just hop back into your car and just say giddy up and then fall asleep.
Yeah, pretty
and
much.
the horse will take you home.
I mean, oh boy.
I think this is the new version of Uber.
Yeah. All right, next one. Historic house gets stuck on Texas highway.
It's called Wilbur.
A nearly 106-year-old home being trucked across a Texas city ended up stuck on the highway for time when it became snared on a street light. The so-called Collingwood home, which was built in 1861, was bought in May by the Haggard family, descendants of the house original residents, who was transported Wednesday from Windhaven Parkway in Plano to its new location at the Haggard farm. Yes, it's emotional to see something like this on the road being moved. It's got to be emotional for anybody, whether you're family or not. Family member Rutledge Haggard told WFAA-TV. The house arrived in its new home unscathed, but the trip was not without its hazards. The house became stuck on the highway for a short time when it became caught on a street light. Well, I mean,
so this is why Grande wasn't able to join.
Yeah, this is what Grande does, guys. Guys, there's a house!
That's his house.
My house, guys! Oh, guys! Chickens! Alright, next one.
And that's why you got to steal government Wi-Fi, because his house is always on the move.
It's a whole new definition of mobile home.
Oh, Ski Trooper says people in Florida have been charged with DOI on a horse, according to a quick Google search.
Yeah, if they're on the horse, because you are technically driving the horse. But this one, you're not in the horse. You're just sitting in an SUV that's being pulled by the horse. You might be able to get away with it.
Those mad beasts steer themselves no matter what you do.
Yeah, I mean, you might be able to get away with it if you're sitting in the SUV and not actually.
World.
Yeah, your tugging on the reins and stuff is only a suggestion.
You don't even have to. If you train your horse just to, okay, when Master gets into the SUV, you go home. So drunken Master comes and just falls asleep in the SUV, and next thing you know, he's wake up and he's home.
Mm-hmm. Easiest way to train a horse: whisper glue in its ear.
Mm-hmm.
Or Bruckner. God, a little bit of a young Frankenstein there. Man emails more than 240 Nicoles searching for a woman. Okay, September 19th. A Canadian student emailed more than 240 women named Nicole from his school's director trying to find a woman he met at a bar. Carlos Zentina, a student at the University of Calgary, said he hit off with a woman named Nicole at a local bar, but the phone number she gave him didn't work. Zeta checked his school directory and emailed all 247 Nicoles in a single email that allowed them to see each other's email address. If you don't fit the description, then ignore, and if you are the one and just don't want to talk to me, that's okay as well, as Zentina wrote in the email. The first person who replied removed Carlos from the email, and all of us said, "Hey, should we all reply saying we are the real Nicole?" Nicole Manick told WPIX. The women created their own Facebook group, Nicole from last night, and nearly a dozen of the like-named students attended a meetup event. They organized a second meeting, and nearly 40 Nicoles attended. The email thread is the best thing that has happened to me, Maddox tweeted. Zetina's intended Nicole did not receive the email, but she became aware of the Facebook group and said in a post that she had given him her actual phone number, but you might have written it down wrong. The real Nicole and Zetina eventually connected and went out as friends, they said. Oh, so a happy ending for everybody. So,
well, maybe.
Well, he got a date. These Nicoles all kind of met each other and formed friendships. I mean, so win-win, Finn.
So his full email. So it says, "Hi, this is a mass email to all Nicoles. If you don't fit this description, then ignore. And if you are the one and just don't want to talk to me, that's okay as well. If your name..." First off, there's so many typos in here and lack of punctuation. It's just sad. But anyways.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Hey, if you are emailing 245 freaking Nicoles,
we
you
get it.
Make sure that
Oh,
your
my
grammar
God.
and punctuation is correct.
Okay.
It's only one email.
I know.
Yeah,
So
Nathaniel
if your
Morgan points out.
and you're from Holland and you think Nietzsche is just depressing, then text me, and he puts his phone number. I'm Carlos, by the way. I'm the guy who took you and your friend home last night.
Yeah, Nathaniel Morgan points out something. All that work just to be friend zoned.
Well, he friends him
That's what
right
I was
now,
talking
but we don't know the
When
whole
happened, friends.
intricacies.
I'm just thinking he's lucky her name wasn't Kiki.
Oh, Jesus. Or Candy with the KH.
See, this is what happens, people. If he had punctuated and did a spell check on his email before sending it out, then no friend zone. So let it be.
Yeah, that was why he was friend zoned, Finn. God, you need to go on some dates.
And a word to the wise: never bring home a Sauvignon Blanc because they crap on your floor.
That's true.
Ted too.
All right, next story. Man rides converted jet ski on road in viral video. A lot of converted vehicle riding in these. Look at that. Oh, jeez. A surprised Florida woman captured video of a jet ski converted for use on dry land. The video captured by Beth Porter and posted to Facebook shows a man riding the converted jet ski Tuesday on a road in the Jacksonville area. That goes to water, a child voice objects in the video. Police said the vehicle appears to be street legal. They can do that. That is legal as long as it is a road legal vehicle. It still needs to have the tail light visible, Florida Highway Patrol Master Sergeant Dylan Bryan told WJXT. The rider of the jet ski, Trey Yarbrough, 23, reached out to the station after the video went viral and confirmed his 89 Honda Elite scooter bears license plates and a brake light. It has a street-legal 89 Honda Elite scooter and has an integrated tail light that works, Yarbrough said. The State Department of Transportation also approved my headlight. All right, so there you go. Why use this in the water when you can use it on the road? I mean, that makes sense, right?
And why do you need a life jacket while riding on the road?
I think that's for the accoutrements, the appearance, you know.
It's just so stupid.
Yeah, but here's
Why
the
is
thing.
it always in Florida?
They make things like that for the road. They're called motorcycles.
Yeah. You know, I'm no expert. But,
And hover rounds.
you know, I mean,
It's the high vis because alligators don't have great eyesight.
you know, I mean,
This is just makes me depressed for Florida.
all right, so that is our weird news stories for Monday. If you do come across some, send them to Finn. He will see if we can add them to the Weird News Monday broadcast. So if you come across a weird news story that you think fits into kind of the thing that we do here with these stories, and send them to Dr. Finn. All right, so those are all weird news stories. All right, now
I still can't believe our URL.
you know,
I think that's the weirdest news, and it falls on Weird News Monday, and we get that URL.
Yeah.
I don't think it could have been more appropriate.
I mean, I don't even. Chewy. I don't even. All right, so let's get to some questions there, Dr. Finn.
All right. So, first question. Let's see. Scroll up here. Okay. So, Camille Buhalski, question: do you think we will finally get the one and only true Millennium Falcon now, since the crew is here?
Yes.
Yes.
There's no doubt about that. When is a different story, but yes.
Yeah. 2 years from now, we finally get it.
Technically, we've already got it, haven't we?
What do you mean?
Not with the OG crew.
But okay, because it's old in that film. So
Yeah.
It's new old.
Lando L3 is the correct crew.
Yeah, that's the new old.
So it is.
Yeah. All right. Next question. What else? 73 question: at what point is the Ginger Trooper viable with an Imperial Trooper team that's gear 10, 11? Mine's at gear 9, 4-star right now.
You could. He's viable at base unlock at gear 11.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's his unique and stuff that really make him good.
Yep.
It's not necessarily survival and whatnot. So if he can survive, that's great because you want him to be alive for it. But yeah, gear 11. Mark Garnett, question: which team will do best in arena? Bastila, new Chewie team, or Bounty Hunters?
Neither. Treya will still reign supreme.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Of the three, I would still go Bastila because Bastila is decent on defense and then still can beat Treya teams. We'll see what the Chewie team ends up being, but I don't think it'll last on defense.
No, I think it's a great offensive team. Definitely can beat Treya, but it ain't gonna hold.
All right, Mr. Penny Pinch, question for Finn. Going to be sending $50 cash to you for the GoFundMe. Oh,
Sure, thank you.
When will I get my mod renovation for my 10 tunes? Thanks.
Soon TM.
Yeah, I'm messaging everyone to try and schedule it at the best time available. And so I have one that I'm doing tomorrow with someone. I need to schedule a couple others. So I'll try and schedule them as we once I get it. And it depends whether it's morning, evening, weekends and stuff, because I'm trying to fit it into my schedule and whatnot. So I'll definitely schedule it with you. Just PM me, Penny Pinch. I'm going to be PMing people after our lunch stream, actually, to try and schedule some more. So, yeah. And if you don't know what he's talking about, we are doing a GoFundMe in order to help us go to Orlando. We're going to have a big announcement on our Wednesday night stream, so make sure you guys tune into the Wednesday night stream for the announcement. But we have the GoFundMe in order to help us to get to Orlando for the charity run. And so if you guys would like to help us, the link is in the YouTube description. And we'll be, again, making some really cool announcements and updates on Wednesday.
And my emulator game is present. All right, so I'll have to restart that.
Trevor Christensen, question: does the Loyal Friend unique on Legendary Chewie only give guard to Raid Han Solo, or is it any character with Han Solo in the name?
It's just Raid Han.
Yeah.
Danilo Papayas, question: I finally got my veterans to 7-star. Who should I farm in Cantina now?
L3.
Well, it depends. If you have Death Trooper, then, or if you don't have Death Trooper, that's one. Kylo Unmasked, L3. There's Kira. So, I mean, it depends on where you're at with those teams and what you're looking to accomplish. If your Trooper team is kind of sucking butt, then you need to get that Death Trooper in there. If you want to finish off your First Order team, get your crew done. I like Kira a lot. I'm finishing her up right now. There's also L3, who's an awesome tank. I've got her at 5 stars. I'm finishing up my Kira there. I'm going to go back and finish her to 7 stars. So there are some viable options. You just have to kind of make an assessment of where your team is and for each squad, and then see if that piece will really take them over the top. But yeah, that's what I do. Make that assessment, pick a team, pick a tune that kind of coincides with what you're trying to accomplish, and then go all in. Stay on target.
Science.
See what I did there? I used science. I'm like Finn.
What? Wait, what?
Next question.
Oh, one thing really quick that I'll just announce to you guys is a little bit of a PSA. It's going to be damn near impossible, though, because I really hate that they did this. But if you guys are switching guilds between Territory War and Territory Battle, you got all of a grand total of 20 seconds in order to do that. And
Good luck.
Territory War ends in 6 minutes and 20 some odd seconds. So if you guys are switching, make sure that you guys are watching that timer. Yeah, you got
luck.
You have like 29 or 30 seconds in order to switch. It's awful. It's awful. I don't know why they did the timing like this. Like, couldn't you at least set it an hour apart? Just okay. Anyways, next question from Max Dog. Question: I have Sith Trooper, Old Ben, and First Order Stormtrooper at Gear 9. Who should I gear up first? I use Jedi and Treya in Arena.
Well, if you're not using Sith Trooper, then skip Sith Trooper. Now,
I'm wondering who is using on Treya's team.
Yeah, I don't know. But if you are, then my first priority would be Sith Trooper. If you aren't, then same thing with Old Ben. You can use him for Territory Wars with the Basilisk team, but he's kind of third on my list. What was the third one? It was Sith Trooper.
The third one was First Order Stormtrooper.
Yeah, First Order Stormtrooper is really important to the First Order team. So if you've got your First Order team kind of getting to where they need to be, First Order Stormtrooper is really good, and he's a great tank as well. So I would say Sith Trooper if you're using him or want to use him in a trade team. First Order Stormtrooper would be my second, and third would be Old Ben.
Yep, just depends on what you're farming.
Yep.
All right, we saw the question from John Smith, and I still can't believe the URL was not intentional.
No, we have nothing. We have no say on that whatsoever. So YouTube owes us an apology.
The planets were in the correct alignment for something amazing to happen.
I don't want them to change it. I feel like this is a badge of honor for us now.
Well, if they demonetize the hell out of us for it, then yeah, they do need to change it.
Well, maybe.
They shouldn't
What do you mean?
demonetize us for
They won't
a
demonetize, but it might get
randomly
blocked by
generated
firewall.
URL.
It's going to get blocked by firewalls if they recognize that word, though. That's the problem. It won't demonetize, but it'll prevent some people from possibly watching the video.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen. Jesus.
Yeah, only if they're behind a firewall.
Hmm.
Oh.
I blame Finn.
Okay.
Thanks, Finn.
I blame Finn, too. Okay, next question, Mr. Pennypinch. Is Xylo still here?
I
think
don't.
Xylo had to go.
Let me take care of the baby.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's not here. Mike had to leave also, so it's just the three of us.
Well, if Xylo listens back, Pennypinch questions Xylo. Do you not know how to deal with your wife? Do what I do. Just say yes, ma'am, and I love you.
That's right.
So Camille Buhowski also said, when we mentioned the thing about The Sims earlier, he said his girlfriend heard it and just turned up the headphones. I'm like, yep, that's right. You don't mess with a woman and her Sims.
Yeah.
By the way, if what Grim said is true, about how you should just do what's on The Sims and whatnot, Ouchie came and slept on my couch in The Sims. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Really?
Yep. Ouchie came, and she knows it too. So I joined the game,
Well,
and the
that
first thing
just
that happened,
means that-
Ouchie came into my house and slept on my couch.
Well, that just means that if she ever comes and visits you, she can sleep on the couch.
There you go. That's science. Okay. Next question. Alibaba and the 40 Rebels question. God. It's just going back to the URL. Who is EHHTU?
I don't know.
Because he's the guy that says the remaining part of our URL.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Well, if you are we're
Et
sorry.
tu, Brutus?
Nothing personal.
It's et tu, Brutus. Except I don't want to
Et
say
tu,
the actual URL.
Brutus. But it's et
Yeah, I'm not saying
tu.
the URL. Helidix from you all and Corellia and the GRDS. Question for Ranger. Do you blame YouTube for the end of the URL, or do you blame Finn?
Well, Finn is always the first culprit, but YouTube has some culpability in this as well.
Next question, Nathaniel Morgan. Question, did you see the event with the IG-88 ship? I tried to ask Ramon and good old Maurice about it. They ignored my question, therefore it's confirmed. So, if you guys don't know what he's talking about, Mobile Gamer put up a video where he was showing his beta account, and there was an event up. I think it was like 16 days or something, and there was a ship in there, and people were basically saying it looks like a IG-88 ship. And so they think it's an event to get IG-88 ship. And so people are then thinking, what's going to happen? Is there actually going to be an IG-88 ship? Are the other bounty hunters getting a ship? And all that kind of stuff. Mobile Gamer, I don't think, realized it was up there. And then he put up I don't know if he edited his video or if he just put up a new video or whatever he did. That portion of the segment is basically skipped. So now you don't see it. But at that point, it's already kind of out there.
Well, but here's the thing. I looked at that closely, and it doesn't even look like IG-88's ship.
Well, who knows? It also looks like the
I agree with what you said at the beginning, is it does look like Dengar's ship, though.
To me, it looked more like Punishing
really
One,
close to Dengar's ship.
Yeah. But I mean, I can see whatever. You can never really tell too much by the icon, but I thought it looked more like Punishing One, but it could very well be IG-88 ship, whatever it is. It looks like they're probably going to do more bounty hunter ships, and that's probably what you're going to need in order to get the Millennium Falcon. So just stay tuned for that. Start working on your bounty hunter so you have the pilots. Next question, Max Dog question: should I Zeta Visas or wait for Chewie event? I have double Zeta Grandmaster Yoda, Zeta Hermit Yoda, Zeta Ezra, and Zeta Bastila. Wait. I don't see why that team matters for Visas. Am I missing something?
No.
I would wait.
Because you need a tank on that team. So you would put Kenobi anyways. He doesn't have a Zeta. Visas' Zeta is good, but again, not necessary for really anything. So yeah, save it for Chewie. Chewie's going to be a really good character, it looks like. Next question from MaxDoc. Question, who are the top tunes to give a second Gear 12 plus piece to? Maitreya, Nest, and Bastila are only 5-star.
Arena.
Thrawn.
Characters that need to go first.
Yes.
Hermit Yoda, Grandmaster Yoda, Nest, Thrawn. There you go.
There you go.
Raid Han.
Mm.
You can. I don't care. Raid Han can actually throw off your Chex Mix if you're not careful.
Yeah.
It is nice to give him that extra 12 speed.
It is.
But let's see here.
But you have to be careful because it can throw off your Chex Mix timing and stuff. I haven't put one on him yet, but
Well, personally, I think it's not gonna throw it off when Chewie gets here. But anyways.
well, yeah. Once Chewie gets it, well, it's not really him, right? The thing is, you need your. It matters on the speed of your Death Trooper more than anything else. And so it needs to be slower than your Death Trooper, but your Death Trooper needs to be right after Traya, so it needs to be under 179, and then you can't put any speed, and it gets weird.
Do is put one on Death Trooper and then one on Han.
Yeah. Then you have to put one on Death Trooper also, so now you're just compounding the problems. By the way, I'm sorry for all of you people that may or may not be trying to switch guilds. My game just restarted, and now it's like stuck on the loading Cantina screen. So, yeah, if you're trying to switch guilds, I'm sorry.
Good luck.
God, it's awful.
And my game just froze.
That's what I'm telling you. The game froze.
Okay, I got a bit.
Mine is stuck at loading Cantina. I wonder if maybe they're changing the time of the territory battle so people have more time, but this is really silly.
Well, I just got a message saying territory battles just started.
Oh, well then, no. Okay. Good luck to you.
Yeah, right as you were saying that, my phone went, territory wars has started.
Wait, was that a notification or actually in-game?
Notification.
Oh, because the notification happens even if you're not in-game, so they still could have delayed it. My notifications are wrong all the time, because if I play the game on my phone, right, and then I switch over to my my emulator in order to play it, because I'm on my computer, it'll tell me my energy is full on my phone because I haven't played it. So it remembers what my last energy was and thinks what it's like getting full to. And then when I go back, I'm like, I don't have full energy anywhere. The game is freaking wrong. And I'm still stuck on the loading Cantina screen.
Fail.
Just awful. Oh wait, it's loading. I have the wheel. I have a wheel. Oh, and it started. Phase 1 of the Hoth Rebel Assault has started. I apologize to anybody that wanted to switch guilds. They screwed you.
Another reason to blame Finn.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's a bad man.
John Smith, mine lagged and then gave me a Chewy shard. There was a post on the forums, right? I don't know if it was hilarious. So the post was basically, normally we get Chewy shards in response to all of their issues, right? So this time they gave us all these marquee events, and then they apologized and are essentially giving us 330 Chewy shards. It's not untrue.
Yeah.
They're just giving you a legendary Chewy. It's like, you can use day 1 bounty hunters, you have 330 Chewy shards.
Ouchie dumpling. Also check the RSG Discord for pictures of Finn Sim doing drugs and crying.
It's true.
Wow.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't change the fact that you were sleeping on my couch. Just saying. You visited while all of this was going on. Like, these pictures aren't just random.
So, Finn, you do drugs and stuff in your Sims game?
Just in front of Ouchie.
Okay.
Because, yeah, Ouchie's special like that. Okay. Let me see what other questions we have. I think we were getting close to done here. There we go. Let's see. One last question from John Smith. Question: do you think we can get past the Chewie event with Bosk and Django at Gear 12, but the others at Gear 8? You have a...
Probably.
Yeah.
Why would you... See, questions like this, it makes me confused.
Why?
Because why would you have a 7-star Gear 12 Django and all your other bounty hunters are Gear 8?
Well,
something is wrong there.
Maybe they were working on their bounty hunters and then, not quite as efficiently.
Yeah.
And then wailed out on those two.
Yeah. Explanation for everything, Finn. Who are you to judge?
I am judging because I am to blame.
I mean, why should we listen to someone that does drugs and stuff in The Sims?
Not just drugs, bubbles. They're bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have the bubbles.
I think Alchie said specifically drugs. I'm not an
She
expert.
did, but you can see it. It was basically, it started with drugs and then it ended up with bubbles. I don't do the typical drugs. Those drugs are bad, okay? God, it's awful.
All right, so that's all the questions and time we have for today. This is the RSG Lunch Stream. We do this Monday through Friday from 12 to 1 p.m. If you would like a roster review, then all you need to do is send your GG information to Finn and confirm that he gets it, and then we will add you to the queue to do your roster review. And you can listen to us either live while we're doing it, or you can go back and check us out later on iTunes and YouTube as well. We've got the Wednesday night show coming up. Tuesday, I think the guys are doing some Diablo for the PC Game of the Week. We've got some more Battlefront we'll get done this week. We've got the Jedi Academy, and if you didn't check out the last Jedi Academy, it was amazing because Wire did a live, talking about the new Chewbacca and breaking it down live as it was happening, as the videos were being released. He was able to discuss it, and we had a bombardment of questions, which was amazing. So that's all that. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. Stop what you're doing right now. Give us a thumbs up. It really does help us out, guys. Just hit the thumbs up button right now. Come on. You want to do it. Support us. Also, if you haven't subscribed...
Right meow.
Get right now. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do. That way you get notified on all the great stuff we're doing. It really does help support the channel, guys. If you want us to keep putting out content, we got to keep growing the channel. So we have to get more subscribers, get our videos out there. It's just the nature of the beast. I didn't create the system, but damn, we're going to try to take advantage of it. And then there's our Patreon. Anything else I missed there, Dr. Finn, Medicine Woman?
GoFundMe.
You can discuss the GoFundMe.
Oh, right. So we have a GoFundMe up. The link is in the description. We mentioned it a little bit in the stream, but I'll give some more details here for you guys that are staying kind of through the whole stream here. So we're doing a charity run in April at Disney, and we're trying to get our way to Orlando. We have a lot of things being planned, and so we're waiting to kind of release them to you guys slowly but surely. We will have a big announcement on the Wednesday night stream regarding the charity stream, and one of the things, or the charity run, and one of the things will actually be announcing what the charity is for this year. Last year's AFSP, we have a new one for this year, and it is one that I would say most of you are familiar with. They're really excited about working with us, and same thing about us working with them. It's going to be, I think, a pretty fun year. So we have really high goals for this coming year, but again, we're trying to make sure that we go to Orlando first. So with that, if you are able to go to the GoFundMe and support us in any way, then it would be greatly appreciated. Part of that would be that if you donate into our GoFundMe, your name will be on the back of the shirt that we will have when we run in the event. And so we're making a shirt that we will be wearing during the run itself. And so those shirts, if you donate into the GoFundMe, your name will be on there as however you want it. And additionally, it'll be on the final shirt that will be sold to all people, and the proceeds for that would go to the charity as well. And we are going to have some different opportunities for you guys to donate and get something kind of fun in return. The first one that's up right now, it's not on the GoFundMe, I'll be adding that later, is that, and people have already been donating, is that for $25, I will work with you and remod 5 of your characters. And so it's every $25. So if you want to donate 50, then I will help you remod 10 characters. It does take a little while to remod. So far, when I've done it with people, because we go through the explanations and everything too, it takes about 2 hours or so for 5 characters. The other ones would probably go a little bit quicker. Yeah, so if you guys would like help remodding your characters, $25, and then just message me on Discord, Sfinity, on the RSG Discord. The link is in the YouTube description. And I will help you remod 5 of your characters for every $25. And we will have some more options here coming in the next couple days. And should I announce the fun one, Ranger? Not the full details, but you know, the one you'll be doing.
Sure.
All right. So, you all enjoyed how Ranger did his Thrawn event last year. And so this year, we'll be setting up something, and more details will come on that, where if you donate, you can suggest the team that Ranger will use for bounty hunters against the Tier 7 Chewie event.
Oh, nice.
So you guys will be able to see what bounty hunters Ranger has and make him repeatedly bang his head against the wall. So if you want him to run and all of them have leader ability, so it's not like you're not being correct. So if you want him to run a Zam lead, I mean, you have a chance. You have a chance.
I don't know why I let you talk me into this.
It's for the charity.
I hate you.
You can only pick from the characters he has. You can't make him 7-star Django.
No.
Unless you want to donate for him to 7-star Django first, and then
I mean, if you want that to happen, hell, I will do it. Trust me, I have no problem with that. But I don't think that's going. I don't think anybody's going to do that, Dr. Finn.
Probably not.
You know, but
honestly,
well, except for maybe like Ewok and
someone would do some crazy stuff. I mean,
maybe, but honestly, I would prefer that they give us the money on the GoFundMe and help us get to the charity event, because that's really the main thing we want to do, right?
I mean, I can tell you right now, I have everything with the new ones basically 7-starred, but other than the 5 OG ones, I mean, like my Zam and Cad Bane are only like gear 8, and I'm not focusing on them. So if you do make me pick them, it will be awful. So the other bounty hunters will be really good.
It'll be awesome.
Oh God!
I may save mine as well and throw it in there as a bonus.
Yeah.
So you're not a Lone Ranger.
Yeah. Right.
I will. I'll save mine. I'll save depending on the timing. Because the worst thing is if we need the characters for Territory Wars, then obviously I might need to rush it. But depending when it's released. But if it's not timed with Territory Wars, then I'll save mine too, and we can do suggestions on who I will use, and I can stream to your computer to do it. So you will not be alone in your torture.
Truly. So yeah, that's going to happen whenever the event gets announced. We'll set up the event, and you guys can. Yeah, there you go. All right, so that's our show for today. Thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll be here tomorrow, same bad time, same bad channel. So be safe, enjoy the rest of your day, and we will holler at you later. Peace out.